I went to visit her, and a detective from the drug unit walked in, and he was like, young man, can you step out for me?" And sorry, my mom was like, "No, he needs to stay." And I remember the detective was like, "So, Miss Jones, how long have you been using heroin?" And my heart just dropped because I was like, I was angry at my mom
Mm.
because I was like we went so long without seeing my mom, and then when I start seeing her again, she's using heroin.
Mhm.
So I was like it was rough. I was angry at my mom. I was sad for her. Like a lot of it was anger, though. I'll be honest.
Mhm.
So
Price. I've been feeling blessed, I ain't worried about no stress. I've been running up a check, I'm just trying to do my best. I've been feeling blessed, I ain't worried about no stress.
Welcome back to Have Faith, Show Love, Give Hope, the podcast. Today I have the pleasure to sit down with Prize. What's up,
what's
Prize?
up, man?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
Sorry about the microphones.
You're good.
I'm still I still got it because the area's so tight
Yeah.
right there. I can't really spread them open,
Yeah.
but yeah, man.
You're good, man.
I've been wanting to sit down with you for a while. I always watch all your stuff and all your even like your beefs, your raps, your videos, your performances. I see that you've done like especially lately,
Yeah.
dude. You've
Yeah.
been hitting it hard.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of performances, man. I've been making music since I was 13, but I started performing like a few years ago. I'm 21 now,
Mhm.
and I've probably done like I don't want to over exaggerate, so I'll just say 40 shows, and that might
Mm.
be less, but at least 40. I've
You
done
done
at least
40
40
shows
shows.
and a bunch of like rap battles too.
Yeah,
Is that considered a show too?
I mean, in a way,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a performance.
Mhm.
I just started that like a few months ago. I've
Okay.
always wanted to do battle rap because I did like grow up watching it.
Mm.
Like my introduction to it, aside from like 8 Mile,
Mhm.
was Arsenal versus Shoddy Horror.
Mm.
That was the first battle I ever watched, and I was like,
I
"This
don't
is
even know what
dope."
those are.
Yeah, they're known
They're
battle rappers. Yeah,
legit
they
battle rappers?
like that's what they do for their job. They're
Mm.
like Shoddy Horror's out of the UK, and Arsenal, he's American, and
Mm.
he's probably top 10 in a lot of people's category. He's
Okay.
my favorite, like
Yeah.
period. But
So
yeah.
the rap battle stuff, like sometimes I get a little annoyed with that, but
Mhm.
one time I was reading a post, somebody
Yeah.
else had made a post or something,
Yeah.
or maybe me or something, but you wrote something on there and you said how it's part of the culture
Yeah.
and it's not like you guys have beefing or trying to like do something bad to each other. You guys are trying
Right.
to win the competition
Right.
or
Yeah.
maybe just show your skills a little bit more. Can
Yeah.
you tell me a little bit about the rap battle culture, just to kind of open my eyes and to
Okay.
show me that it's not as bad as I think it is, or
Right.
something?
Yeah. Um, as far as like battle rap goes,
Hmm.
the entire like the whole point of battle rap when you're standing across from that person is to I mean, there's a lot of battle rappers, they have different like angles or things that they're known for, but at the end of the day, you're trying to break that person down. Like that's the whole point of
Hmm.
battle rap. So, you can be funny and stuff like there's battle rappers that their whole thing is like cracking jokes,
Mm.
but it's still tearing the person down at
Yeah,
the end of the
yeah,
day. So, like I said, I'm new to it, but I've been watching battle rap
yeah, yeah.
forever. And Arsenal, he's one of my favorite battle rappers. But if you don't watch battle rap and if you don't have a passion for it, he's gonna be one of your least favorite because
Mm.
he's like super disrespectful.
Mm.
But it's part of the sport.
And
It's like boxing, for example. Your goal is to hurt that person.
hmm, yeah,
So you're not gonna throw light punches the whole
yeah,
time.
because you'll lose the battle.
You'll lose.
Yeah.
So it's the same like even with music, like rap in general, it's always been competitive.
Yes.
But battle rap takes that competitive energy to like
To
a
the next
whole
level.
nother level.
Yeah. The only thing that so I follow a lot of rappers and stuff.
Mhm.
The thing with the in Florida where they killed, that's the thing that I don't
Yeah.
want ever to happen to
Right.
us.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I want us to enjoy the rap battles, to have our little beefs,
Yep.
but at the end of the day, let's not let that leak to where we're gonna shoot each other or
Yep.
where we're like taking it to the extreme. I just
Right.
want us to be smart enough to do what we got to do, but also be smart enough for our family and
For
our
our family.
kids.
Yep.
You know, that's the
Yeah.
only thing, because I want you guys to all know that I love all you guys and I want to follow all you guys and I don't want to take no sides. And I
Right.
want to apologize to you and apologize to Juan if I
Yeah.
said anything on the other podcast that I did with King Black, because after I listened back to it, I was like, I felt like I was taking a little side or I was going after Juan a little bit. But I just want Juan to know that, you know, much love and respect to
Right.
him, and you know, everything that he does for the city. And he's also he's a legend, bro. Everybody
Yep.
that sits down with me freaking brings him up, bro.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah,
in some
Majic.
kind of way, they
Yeah.
bring him up. And I know you're really good friends with him. So
Yeah.
I want to apologize to him and to you on this podcast because I know he's gonna watch this one.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
he,
I just wanted to know. I just want him to know that I didn't have no ill intent with him.
intent,
I was
right.
just with Black and we were talking about it, and I was kind of like a
Right.
little wild up about it.
Yeah. He like Majic. He's like my brother. Like
Mhm.
we're beyond friends. Like
Are you guys from
he-
the same hood and stuff?
no,
No?
but he's known me since I was 15. I'm 21 now. So he literally like
Yeah.
watched me grow up. Like I just had a daughter 2 months ago, and like my daughter will call him Uncle Majic. Like that's how close we are. And with me being that close with him, he's not gonna see that interview. Which I'll be honest, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
saw the clips and stuff, but I
course.
didn't watch like the whole thing. So I don't really know what topics you guys
Absolutely.
discussed.
And
but
I didn't know if you watched or if just somebody had said. I just
you don't want people to
no, it's
change
just
the
that
narrative.
not
and-
only that, I just know how I feel. So I
Right,
know
yep.
what I did. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I want to
Yep.
take responsibility for what I did. I don't care if you guys seen it or not. I want you guys to know how I feel about it and
Right.
what, you know, that's
Yep.
it. That's what I want to know. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you're good. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. Like I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
I didn't see it, so
Yeah.
I've never had any ill feelings towards you. And Majic definitely doesn't. Like
Yeah.
I like with you sitting down with Black, even with the situation me and him had,
Mhm.
I've never been the type to where like if I don't even want to call it beef because it was like I was keeping it music.
Mhm.
But if I've had any like arguments with anyone, I've never been the type to like make people pick sides because you wasn't involved in that.
Yeah, it
that
had
was
nothing to do with
that was between me and him.
Yeah.
Like, and same with Majic. He's not gonna look at you like,
Yeah.
oh, he put him on the podcast. Like, I'll never go on there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's not like that. Like,
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Majic, like, he's one of the most genuine, real people I've ever met. Like, he's the reason that my music's on all platforms.
Mm.
Like, he sat me down free of charge
Mhm.
when I was 15, 16 and was like, yeah, you need to be on Apple Music because I had videos on YouTube,
Mhm.
like years of videos because I started when I was 13. That's when I released my first song.
Mhm.
But I wasn't on Apple Music, Spotify, nothing. And he taught me about like BMI, ASCAP.
How did you
and,
even run into him? Like, what was the
Um,
first like time that you even?
I don't, to be honest, I don't really remember like what made
Oh.
me go to him. I remember I
Oh,
was
you
looking,
went to him though?
yeah, I
Oh,
was
okay.
I was looking for a studio to record at
Oh, okay.
because one studio that I was going to just like we stopped going basically, like they stopped recording people basically.
Mhm.
And someone, or I might have even saw like a flyer or something, but
Mhm.
I before Majic was my friend,
Mhm.
like I was a fan of Majic.
Yeah.
Like cause like Stink Bomb too.
Mhm.
I lived on the north end, so Stink Bomb was like he was like
Like a legend over
like
there, right?
he was like Pac on the north end. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like Bomb was
I think people
that
still
guy,
people
like,
still talk
yeah,
about him
Bomb's
being the
still-
best, right?
yeah, Bomb's still like one of the best. And but so I don't remember exactly what made me go to him, but it was funny because, like, the first time I met Magic, I went to his studio to record, and I told him like, "Bro, I've looked up to you like since I was
Mm,
younger. Like, I've always listened to you. Like, it's nice to meet you."
mhm.
And ever since that day, like, it's been nothing but
Yeah,
love from both sides.
that's
So,
good.
and now it's cool because it started as just I was just recording,
Like a
yeah, but
business
now
partnership.
it like that's my bro.
You guys are like really
Like we
like
would,
for real.
yeah, like we're locked in.
Yeah, and then I can see that, and I can
Yeah,
see that on how you guys interact on Facebook. But
yeah,
it's good, like it's good. It's a good thing
yep,
because also interactions is what gets the thing going. Like so,
yep,
if I post something, if you just throw an emoji or you say "good job, bro" or "fire, bro,"
right, yep.
that right there pushes it
It
to the
pushes
next
it.
person and to the next person and to the
Yep,
next person. So that interaction is really important on both sides.
yep,
Him writing something on yours and right, but I see it every time I see something of yours, he's on there,
yep,
or something that he's posting,
yeah,
I see you going on there. And that's how
yep,
friends should be. Like
yep,
at the end of the day, a lot of my friends don't support this podcast. A lot of them, a
yep.
lot. Like the dudes that were like my OGs, my number ones,
Right, and they don't share a
because
single thing.
they just went on with their lives and I went on with mine. The
Yep,
people that interact with me is the people that are following my podcast now, like the
yep,
new fans, like the people that are like, oh, this is cool. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And they interact, but the friends and the family, they end up disappearing. The people that are like in your circle that you're creating music with,
yep,
those are the people that you need to support and they need to support you so you
yep,
guys can grow.
yeah,
So, okay, so you just told me you grew up in the North. So let's just
yeah.
backtrack a little bit, right?
Okay, yeah.
Let's just go backwards because I just wanted to get some things off my chest. I wanted to talk a little bit about that because I felt some type of way from me
Mhm.
even feeling that way. So just tell me a little bit about how, you said you grew up in the North End. Tell me a little bit
Yeah.
about how you grew up. What was the struggles growing up and stuff like that?
Um,
I mean, I'm sure
well,
that there was.
yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, I mean, we moved around like a lot growing up because we were constantly getting evicted.
Mm,
Like my dad was never around because he was an addict,
okay.
and he was in and out up until I was like 15, and then I basically told him stay away
Mm,
because I was tired of the in and out, but he was never truly there. So my mom, like, we was always getting evicted and stuff. And now that I'm older, I know that she was using at the time. But
mm,
when I was younger, I didn't know my
mm,
mom was using because she like kept it hidden. I knew we were getting evicted, but I
mm,
didn't really understand why. So I like I I lived on the north end for the longest though.
mm,
That's why like um I've always felt like more at home on the north end than anywhere else.
mhm,
But the reason I never really like claimed the north end is because a lot of people associate it with gangs.
mm,
Like if I were to walk up to someone and say I'm from the north end, they're going to be like, "Oh, he's a blood."
mm.
Like that's the first thing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they're going to think. And but we moved around a lot, but the North is definitely who made me who I am.
Mhm,
Eventually, my grandma ended up getting custody of me and my siblings because my mom was in an abusive relationship for 8 years when I was younger.
mhm,
And that was all on the North End. And
mhm.
so like I watched her get beat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, and I was always the kid that like she would tell us to go in our room,
Mhm,
but if I heard her scream or I was running out and I
mhm.
was swinging.
Oh,
Like
yeah?
I was 6 years old punching grown men in their
Mm,
face
mhm.
because I was like, "You're not gonna hit
You
my
should have
mom."
punched him in the balls.
Obviously, it didn't hurt him.
You should have punched him in the
Like,
balls.
yeah, like it obviously didn't hurt him, and I got smacked up a few times
Yeah.
because of it, but it was more the principle. But so eventually, my grandma did get custody of me. Before that though, like life was rough. Like
Hectic.
my like I stayed on Booth Street when I was on the north, and the first time I saw a house get shot up, I was 6 years old.
Damn.
So like, and I can like I remember it like it was yesterday. Like it was the 4th of July, and we were broke. Like we could not we didn't even have food in the house
Mm.
because my mom, her boyfriend would like he popped pills and stuff, so we got food stamps, but my mom would sell our food stamps to support his pill habit,
Mhm.
and I'm sure she had a habit too that I
Yeah.
just didn't know about, but so we didn't even have food in the house, let alone fireworks.
Yeah, yeah.
So I heard booms, and it's the 4th of July, and at this time, I didn't I wasn't around it enough to know the difference between a gunshot and a
Yeah.
firework. Now, if
Yeah.
you play them back to back, I can tell
Yeah,
you, like,
yeah.
that's the
You're a
gunshot.
kid, yeah.
Yeah, but, but so I grabbed my little brother, Charles, we're 2 years apart, so he would've been, like, 4, and,
It's
I was like, "Come
crazy.
on." I was like, "Come on, there's fireworks." And we looked out the window, and we lived in LMHA housing. So
Mhm.
if you've seen those houses, they're like, what, 10 feet apart from
Yeah,
each
yeah,
other?
yeah,
The
yeah.
house that was getting so our house was here. The house that was getting shot at was literally my next door
Oh,
neighbor, like
shit.
literally the house right next to us. So I walked up to the window and I hear the booms and I just look and there's a car doing a drive by on my neighbor's house, which was like it was crazy because being a white boy on the north was hard because
Mhm.
like it was hard to make friends because one, there's a lot of people that felt like I was soft because I was
Mhm.
white. And then there's also like the white people are racist thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
all like a lot of people that grew up over there, they're taught not to like white people.
Yeah. Well,
And
they become a little racist against white
right,
people
yeah, because they were
because
brought up like
it's
that.
not their
So
fault. It's just that's
yeah.
the way we.
But my next door neighbor, he was one of my only friends that I had.
Mm,
And so when I saw his house getting shot up, the first thing I thought was, is my friend dead?
mm,
And like I said, I was like 6 years old, like
damn.
6 or 7 years old. And luckily he was alive. His
Nothing
dad
happened.
got hit, which his dad we found out his dad was the target,
Yeah.
but his dad lived and stuff. So
Oh
it
shit.
ended up being better than it could have been because they hit that house from top to bottom. They did not care.
Damn.
Like they were hitting anything and everything in the house. So that was traumatizing. And another thing that was kind of traumatizing for me, like I said, being white on the north end was hard because a lot of people think you're soft,
Mhm.
so they bully you. Like I got bullied a lot before I started fighting back and stuff.
Mhm.
And Manhattan Park was like diagonal from my house, and we would always go there to play. And my mom would just say, "Come back when you see the light turn on."
Mhm.
Like so,
Yeah.
because we could see our house from the. So
Yeah.
if our porch light turned on, we better get back home. Like that was
Mm.
the rule. Well, one time I was at Manhattan Park and I ended up getting jumped by three. They I was young, so I might be exaggerating, but at the time, I know they were teenagers.
Mhm.
So the youngest they could have been was like 16, 17. And like I said, I was like maybe 7 years old
Damn.
at the oldest. And it was three teenage girls.
Mm.
So and they jumped me because I was white. Like
For real?
that was the pure like reason they jumped me, and I know this because they were saying racial slurs and like saying "get the white boy"
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that while they were doing it. And a lot of people, I feel as though that doesn't get talked about a lot,
Mm.
like how like racism goes both ways, like well, multiple ways,
Yes.
but like a lot of like on the media and stuff, they focus on like this whole ideology of like white racist people and stuff. But in my experience, I was around black people that were racist.
Mm.
So like I literally got jumped just because I was
Mhm.
white. Like that was the whole thing. And I didn't even fight back because they were women
Mhm.
and my mom was getting beat at home. So in my head, I was like, I'll never put my hands on a woman.
Mhm.
Like that was already ingrained into my head.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting home. They took my shoes off, spit in them, so that I had to walk home barefoot and everything. And I got home and my mom was like, "What happened?" Because she could tell like I was crying and
Mhm.
stuff. I had no shoes on,
Mhm.
and I told her, and she just like gave me a hug and I'll be honest, she told me like next time they put their hands on me, hit them back.
Mm.
Because she always told me, like, you don't beat on women, but don't let them beat you up neither.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but so yeah, that was traumatizing too. But like eventually, it's weird because eventually I did like have friends and stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have many, but I had a friend, Darion. He was like my best friend, and he was one of the first people to stick up for me because I went to Imagine Clay over there,
Mm-hmm.
right on Clay Avenue. It was a little charter school, and I was one of 2 white people in the entire
Damn.
school, which my siblings are mixed. So I never really looked at it like, oh crap, I'm around black people. But at
Mhm.
the same time, I was the outsider and like the minority in the school. So
Mhm.
there were kids that would pick on me and stuff because I was white. And
Yeah.
until I started fighting back, then they were like, okay, like, let's leave him alone. He's not
Mhm.
just going to let us push him around.
And you were
But
skinny, right? You were always skinny.
yeah, I've
like-
always
So
been.
were you like little and skinny?
Yeah, I didn't hit 100
Because
pounds.
you're tall now, but
Yeah,
can-
I was little. Like I didn't even hit 100 pounds until probably 8th grade year.
yeah. So
Like I was
so-
little.
So it wasn't. It was like kind of like messed up that anybody was even messing with you because
Yeah.
you were like you were just a little kid. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah. Which it was, other than the time at the park, it was kids my age.
Mhm.
Like at school, I never really dealt with teenagers picking on me.
Okay.
But it was still like the whole white people are soft.
Yeah,
So let's
cracking
pick
jokes.
let's pick on the soft little white boy.
Mhm.
And then eventually I ended up like fighting and they
Yeah.
respected me. And then because I've been freestyling since around then, since I was
Mhm.
younger. And once they found out I could rap, they were like, "Oh crap, he can rap."
And what
So-
made that click? Like, what do you remember? Like, what?
Well, I
you
always
listen to rap all the time?
Yeah, I grew up on rap.
Mhm.
Like, my mom always listened to like Tupac.
Yeah.
Tupac was her favorite rapper. It still is.
Yeah.
And she also listened to like R&B, so like Usher and
Mhm.
stuff like
R.
that.
Kelly, all the
Yeah.
dudes.
Yeah, and then my older brother, because I have an older brother, he's 7 years older than me.
Oh wow.
When we were on the North End, he wasn't living with us
No.
because
he was much older.
well, not it wasn't that.
Oh.
He actually, him and my mom have never had the best relationship,
Mhm.
and he actually got kicked out at 12 years old,
Oh, okay.
and so he was already out of the house and
Mhm.
stuff, or but when he was around, he listened to like Eminem and Tech Nine, Busta Rhymes.
Oh yeah.
So rap was always around me.
Mhm.
So I always thought it'd be cool. And like I said, Stink Bomb was like, he was like the Pac of the North End. Like and I remember I saw him at like a gas station or something, and he was selling CDs, and he gave me one of his CDs.
Let
I
you
wish
have it?
Yeah, I wish I still had it because like it'd be so cool to be able
Yeah.
to show you the CD, but we was always moving and stuff,
Yeah,
so
of course.
I ended up losing it. But like Eminem, he was white like me,
Yeah.
so
and he's from the hood.
yeah, so I
Detroit.
was like, I could relate to it, and like in some of the songs he would talk about his mom getting beat and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But with Eminem, I never really thought I could do it still,
Mhm.
because I was like, I've always listened to rap and stuff, and Eminem, he was white like me, he was poor like me, but he wasn't from Toledo.
Mhm.
So I was like, it still didn't seem possible for me until I saw people like Stink Bomb and Majic Jaun. Like I said, like he's my bro now, but he was like an icon. He still is an icon.
Yeah.
Like
But he was
he's a
an
legend.
inspiration to
Right,
you.
he was an inspiration to me, and Monde Don and Kane Moran, like all of them. Like
How about Young Chuck?
Honestly, I didn't know who Young Chuck was until
But he's an
I
OG
started
too.
making music.
Yeah,
But
he's an OG.
Yeah, he's definitely an OG though.
Yeah.
And he's cool too. He
Yeah.
so
Sorry,
kinda
sorry.
sidetrack real quick on Young Chuck. He
Yeah.
actually he was one of the first people that ever recorded me.
Oh, all right.
and he actually taught me what ad libs and dubs were,
Oh,
because I didn't know none of that when I went to him.
yeah.
If you go to my YouTube, which is Prize Music,
Mhm,
and look at my song Purge, he recorded that song,
mhm,
and he taught me like what ad libs were and what dubs were. He taught me how to sound like I meant it, like how to rap like
mhm,
I meant it,
mhm,
cuz I used to write on like with pen and paper.
mhm,
So when I first started going to studios, I would kind of sound like I was reading, cuz I was.
mhm,
I'd be holding the paper like this
mhm.
and I'd be reading it instead of rapping it, and he taught me how to do that and stuff. So
That's good.
yeah, so
So
he's definitely
yeah,
like
so shout out to Young Chuck.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's good that some of these OGs been always helping you.
Yep.
That goes to show
Yeah.
you something, bro.
Yeah.
It goes to show you something about you. And you got something special. Because
Yeah.
not every OG is gonna tell you,
Right.
like
Yeah.
give you the pointer. Some people be like just record you and just let you go on.
Right. Yep.
You know.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate the people that like gave me game and stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
Magic, Young Chuck. Um when I first stepped in a studio, like the very very first time, it was with an artist named Ghost, and he that was like my first song I ever recorded with
Mm-hmm.
him, and he also helped me, so shout out to him. And yeah, I'm grateful for everyone that's ever gave me game. Like
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, like there's some people that they they feel some type of way about learning from people. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you try to tell them something, they don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me, I'll listen to an 8-year-old if they're right.
Mm-hmm.
Like if
Yeah.
you're
That's
right,
good.
you're right.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So I don't I think that's an issue with a lot of the older generation and like my
Mm-hmm.
generation is we don't listen to each other.
Yeah. Or we're married to our ideas.
Yep.
Like we think that
Yeah.
our idea, and then
Is the right way.
someone gives us a good nugget. We have to be able to be like, hold up, damn, that you're right. I
Yep.
should try that.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
like my grandma always told me a smart man learns from his mistakes, a wise man learns from others' mistakes.
That's good.
And so that's always something I've tried to live by. And
Yeah.
I've always loved learning. Like my grandma tells me stories where I would be young, like really young, and I'd take apart like the doorknob on a door and I would turn it and try to see like how it would work
The
and stuff.
mechanism and stuff.
Yeah, I've always been big into learning, but I've also been big on like I'm only 21, but
Yeah.
because of everything I went through at such a young age, I matured like really young, like really
Yeah, I
young.
can
Because
tell.
like I said, the first time I saw a house get shot up, I was 6 years old.
Mhm.
I was watching my mom get beat for years.
Yeah.
I was on the north end from like the age of probably 6 to 10 or 11. So I was only there for a few years.
Mhm.
But in those years, like they formed who I was. Like
Mhm.
after that, I did like thank God my grandma did end up getting custody.
And then you ended up
and
going to a
stuff.
nicer neighborhood.
Yeah, I ended up moving to Oregon,
Okay.
which was weird for
Yeah.
me. Like to go from the north end to Oregon was like, what? Like, and it was weird because on the north end at first I didn't fit in because I was white. And eventually I fit in.
Yeah, yeah.
But then when I went to Oregon, I was around a bunch of white people, so I'm
And
thinking
you didn't
like,
fit in.
yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna fit in a little better, and I didn't fit in because I wasn't that type of white boy. Like
That's crazy. I'm not white enough over here, and I'm not white enough over
Yeah.
here. What the fuck?
Yeah, so it was crazy, and like I said, my siblings are mixed, so I never really looked at it like that, but it like at the end of the day, my skin did affect me.
That's
like,
crazy, dude.
So when I went to Oregon, it was weird. Like, which I will say, like I was ghetto. Like
yeah, because you're the way you
yeah,
were.
like I was full on ghetto. Like
and you already rapped and everything.
yeah, I
and,
was rapping and but when I first started rapping, I had one little freestyle that I came up with
Mhm.
that I would repeat because I like the attention.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it was for me. But so I get to Oregon schools and I'm looking around and like I didn't fit in there neither because not only was I like ghetto, I also like the kids I went to school with, like they had both parents that were married and
Mm.
they had money and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
stuff like that. So it was also like a status
Yeah.
thing. So that
And
was
your
weird.
swag too, the way
Yeah,
you
the way I
the way
dressed
you
and
present
like
yourself.
I didn't really understand it when I was a kid because like they're like people were scared of me just because I was from Toledo. Like people would tell I would hear people whispering like he's from Toledo. And to me I'm like, bro,
What
like
the
I
fuck?
didn't try to start nothing, but at the same time I had that hood mentality. So like when I first went to Oregon, I was like, if you look at me the wrong way, I'm gonna be like, what are you looking at? Like,
Mhm.
what's up? Like, you wanna fight? Because on the north, I had to be like that.
Yeah.
Because it was if I didn't act like that, like it was basically I had to prove myself on the north end.
Yeah.
And once I did, they left me alone. But before that, like I had to prove myself. So when I went to Oregon, I still was thinking I had to prove myself.
Mhm.
Eventually, I was like, "Oh, these kids are way different. Like I don't
Yeah.
have to be like that." Like I tell people all the time, like, because some people will ask me, because I lived I lived in Oregon more than I lived in Toledo,
Mhm.
really. But people ask me like, why do you claim Toledo and stuff like that? It's because Toledo made me who I am.
Mhm.
Like I might have been, which I was also moving. Like after my grandma got us, we ended up going back with my mom to the north end and stuff.
Mhm.
So I was back and forth. But like by the time I got to Oregon, yes, I was 11 years old, but
Mhm.
my mindset was like I was so mature because of everything I saw
Yeah, and not only that, you're
that
traumatized as fuck. For real.
I was super traumatized. And so I was already like I said, I always say Toledo made me and Oregon saved me.
Mm.
Cuz Toledo made me who I am as far as like a lot of my morals and stuff come from Toledo and the way I would act in certain situations is Toledo, but Oregon showed me that there's places outside of Toledo where you don't have to be tough all the time and you don't have to be like hood or ghetto.
Mhm.
Like now I say I'm hood, I'm not ghetto. Cuz
Mhm.
ghetto to me is like you're always starting stuff and
Yeah, yeah.
so I'm not like that no more because like I said Oregon showed me you didn't have to be like that.
Mhm.
But it was like a culture shock. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was super weird going to Oregon, but even when I went to Oregon though, I still faced like we still had problems like
Challenges.
yeah, like my papa my papa was like one of the only father figures I had and he
Mhm.
ended up passing away in 2015.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, man.
it's all right. And that was hard. That was rough because it was like the only I mean, I had my older brother and stuff, but he was always like gone and stuff. And I did have uncles, but in the household, my papa was like the only representation of what a man was supposed to be.
And a real one.
So yeah, like a
The
real
real
man.
one. Yeah, the
Yeah.
real man.
Like
Not the
yeah, my
one doing
mom
drugs
had
on the side and
yeah,
shit.
like my mom had boyfriends,
Yeah, but
but
they
they
ain't.
weren't men though.
Yeah.
Like I said, my mom was getting beat, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't mean like he would push her or smack her
Yeah.
like he literally I remember one time I it actually just clicked in my head recently cuz sometimes I do look back at my childhood and think
Mhm.
about stuff now that I can understand it better. One time she told us there was a tornado drill and so we hid in a closet with our mom and she had like a vase or something in her hand.
Mhm.
And I was like, at the time though, I was like, we're just hiding from a tornado. I don't know why she has that. But
Mhm.
she ended up running out when her boyfriend came downstairs and tried hitting him in the back of the head. Really, now that I'm older, I understand she was trying to knock them out or something so that we could escape. Because
Yeah.
like at that time, we weren't allowed to see family or nothing.
Mhm.
Like we were closed off to everything but that house. Like
Mhm.
um and I remember so he threw my mom outside and we had like this concrete slab in the center and he threw her down and literally like kicked her in her face.
Damn.
So and I saw this. So when I say like he beat her, like he
Mhm.
literally like
Yeah, he beat her.
the reason my mom or my grandma got custody was actually my mom gave custody of.
Mhm.
Like my grandma didn't have to fight for it, and it's because she told my grandma he's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Like she
She was just
genuinely
trying to
believed.
protect you
Yeah,
guys.
she was trying to, which as a kid I didn't
Yeah, of
understand.
course not.
In my head, I was like, my mom doesn't want
She's
me.
giving up on us.
Yeah, so I was like, I didn't understand it for the longest, and I was very angry, like super angry, not only at my mom but just at the whole situation.
Mhm.
Like, um, it was rough at first to understand. Now that I'm older, I do like I applaud my mom for a
Mhm.
lot of the stuff because as much as I saw, there was a lot that I didn't see that she's told me about. Like now that I'm older, like one thing she did, it's funny to me,
Mhm.
like to a lot of people it's sad, but there was one point we were homeless and it was because she was on the run from her boyfriend,
Mhm.
like trying to hide from him. And we would drive around in our car. We were living in our car. At
Mhm.
the time, I was too young to understand that.
Mhm.
So like I would just take naps and I'd wake up and I'd be like, "Are we there yet?" And she'd be like, "We're almost there. We got an hour left." And now that I'm older, I know we were homeless and she
Yeah.
was trying to like hide that from us.
Yep.
Like when I was younger, that never clicked in my head.
Yeah.
Like I I was so young, I genuinely believed that we were going on car rides.
Yeah. You gotta
Really,
understand.
we were living in our
Yeah.
car,
You
like
gotta. Let me tell you something. You gotta understand that. I know that you do now,
yeah,
but there's like, let's say there's a kid listening
right,
that with the same situation. We have to understand that our parents, they're still trying to learn. Like me,
right,
like
yeah,
us right now, we're trying to learn for our kids and
yeah,
our family. They were still trying to learn back then, and not only that, but she was trying to do her best because you can tell because you said that she was doing drugs, but you didn't even know until now.
yeah,
Or like she's told you stories,
yeah,
or you might have knew a little bit, but she was
yeah,
still like the majority of time she was trying to hide it from you
yeah,
because she's trying not to guide you guys the wrong way.
right,
And then
yeah,
by her giving you guys to the grandma, it's like she's like just saying, God, I can't do it anymore.
right. She was
I've been trying
protecting
to
us.
hide everything from them, but that drug is a disease, and
Yeah,
it was probably taking her, and,
right,
and she was like, I know if I keep them with me, I'm gonna have to, take them to the,
right,
darker spot. If I can give them to her mom, was it her mom?
yeah,
If I can give them to my mom, I can, brighten up their future,
right,
and maybe one day my son will have a future.
right,
So we
yeah,
have to applaud her, and we have to. I know it was hard at the
yeah,
time and stuff,
right,
but we have to always be like, you know what, mom, thank you because I could have been at a worse
right,
place.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and
So.
with my mom, like we've talked about like that situation a lot, but so just to backtrack a little bit.
Mhm.
So, like I said, my papa passed in 2015. I think I want to say it was shortly, I don't want to mess up the
Yeah.
dates.
Yeah.
So, shortly after my papa passed, my mom overdosed on heroin when I was
Mhm.
13 years old. And that was my first time knowing my mom was on drugs
Mhm.
because we were visiting on the weekends because it was like right after my grandma started letting us go over there and see her and stuff. And I was actually the one that saved my mom.
But your mom's
Like,
alive right now.
yeah, my mom's
Oh.
living. Yes. Yeah.
You have me scared, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, she ended up living, but
But you found her that day.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was me, my little sister Callie, my brother Charles, and my sisters Angel and Tara. And we were all at Angel and Tara lived with my mom, but the rest of us were visiting because my
Mhm.
grandma had custody of us and
Yeah.
stuff. And my sister Callie was doing a grocery list with my mom, and we were sitting in the living room watching a movie.
Mhm.
I want to say it was Fat Albert because we always watched that movie together. And my all of a sudden my sister Callie starts screaming mom. And I'm like, what the heck? Because I was the oldest in the house.
Mhm.
And so I go in there and well, before I go in there, my sister Callie calls for me. She's like, she screams my name and
Mhm.
stuff. And I went in there and like m- my mom appeared to not be breathing. Like her face was all purple and blue.
Damn.
Like her like eyes were like popping and stuff. Like it was
Mhm.
very weird. But I didn't know what was going on. I thought maybe she might have
How old were
choked
you?
or
How old
I
are
was
you?
13.
13.
So that's why I say like a lot of people they know I moved to Oregon out of Toledo, so a lot of people assume like my life was
Yeah,
easy
yeah, yeah.
because they're like, oh, you got to Oregon, but
Nah.
even after I went to Oregon, like one, um, like that situation happened, and I I ended up running next door to our neighbor's house and was like, my mom's unconscious, like you guys need to call 911,
Mhm.
and I grabbed all my siblings and made sure they stayed out of the room and stuff like that
Mhm.
because I didn't want them to see that. Like
Yeah.
they were young. My sister Callie, if I was 13, she was like 8 or 9. So she was
Yeah.
really young and so I just got them outside and my neighbors they knew who we were and stuff. Like we
Mhm.
would play with their kids and stuff. So I told my siblings to stay over there with them because I knew they'd be safe.
Mhm.
And my mom's boyfriend at the time, who's my brother's dad, was also abusive.
Mhm.
And this is a different dude, but he
Mhm.
was also abusive. So like when he would be hitting my mom, we would run to the neighbor's house and stuff like
Mhm.
that. But so long story short, I called the ambulance. They get there. They gave my mom like I want to say 9 Narcans, and she came.
Damn.
She was gone when they got there. They had to bring her back,
Wow.
and I still didn't know that's what it was though,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because I've never seen an overdose, and I didn't know my mom was using.
Mhm.
And the next day or something, it was shortly after, because my mom was still in the hospital. Uh, I went to visit her and a detective from the drug unit walked in and he was like, young man, can you step out for me?" And my mom, sorry, my mom was like, "No, he needs to stay." And I remember the detective was like, "So, Miss Jones, how long have you been using heroin?" And like my heart just dropped because I was like, I was angry at my mom
Mm.
because I was like we went so long without seeing my mom, and then when I start seeing her again, she's using heroin.
Mhm.
So I was like it was rough. Like I was angry at my mom. I was sad for her. Like a lot of it was anger though, I'll be honest.
Mhm.
So I just looked at her and I want to say she said like 2 years or something like that.
Mm.
And I didn't know. And so my mom, she wanted me to know like that's what
Yeah.
it was cuz
She
I
wanted
think
to
in her
break it to
head,
you
yeah,
somehow.
I think she didn't want to hide it from me anymore because she was like, he just watched me die.
Mhm.
So like I might as well tell him
And
now.
you saved her life.
And I said, yeah, and I saved her
You call
life, which
911.
yeah,
Are
like
you
I never really looked at it like a lot of people. It was weird because when that happened, there was people in the family like applauding me and stuff
Yeah.
because I was a kid and I saved my mom's life, which is honorable, I guess. But
But
to
that's your
me, it
mom.
was like,
That's my mom.
yeah, like that's what I did what I had to
Of
do. Like
course.
it wasn't like I wasn't trying to get a badge of honor
Of
for it. You know
course.
what I mean?
That's
So
your mom. You're trying to protect
yeah,
just like you would fight any dude for her.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was when I was 13, and uh, um that was rough. Like after that, I that was kind of like my last straw. Like
You were so angry at her.
that was my breaking point. Like not only was I angry at her, like before my mom overdosed, I never talked about anything I saw, like with my grandma or nothing. She
Mhm.
knew like that I watched my mom get beat, but there's still some stuff she doesn't know just
Mm.
because I don't want to one, I don't want to burden her, and like it's in the past.
Yeah.
So I don't like reflecting on it too much, but
Yeah.
that's actually in a weird way, I'm grateful that my mom overdosed
Mhm.
because that's why I started making music. I actually like I said, I was super angry at the world. And so I was lashing out on my grandma. I was lashing out on my like siblings. Like I was on a rampage. Like
Mm.
my grandma would ask me to do something, I'd just scream at her. Like I just watched my mom die at 13
Mhm.
years old, like right in front of me. So
Mhm.
obviously I'm gonna be angry, but when luckily my grandma noticed and was like, I'm gonna put you guys in counseling. And she did well, she asked because, like, she knew if we didn't want to do it,
Mhm.
it wouldn't work.
Okay.
So she wasn't gonna, like, force us to do it,
Yeah, yeah.
but, she told me she wanted to put us in counseling, and I said, "Yes, like, I need it
Mhm.
because like, I have PTSD from not only that, but from my mom getting beat and stuff.
Yeah, from all your childhood,
Yeah,
dude.
like I'd be in school and I would just zone out because my mom overdosing would be replaying in my head.
Mm.
Like I saw, like right now, I could send myself into flashbacks at any moment because I saw it so much
Mhm.
in my head that I remember it like vividly.
Mhm.
So, but I went to counseling and I started talking about stuff and my counselor was like, "Have you tried writing?" And I laughed, because in
Mm.
my head, the stigma with men is like men can't talk about stuff and
Mhm.
men can't do this and that. And so when she said write about it, the first thing I thought was journaling.
Mm.
And I've always looked at a journal
Like a girl's.
as a diary. Like I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, that's for girls. I'm not
Yeah.
doing that. And I got home and my older brother, he was kind of against counseling because of the stigma
Mm.
around it. Like
Mm.
he was just raised around people that put it in his head that you're weak if you
Yeah.
talk about stuff. And but he asked, he was like, "How is counseling going?" And I was like, "She wants me to write." And I was like, "I'm not writing.
Mhm.
Like I'm not a girl."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
my brother was like, "Why don't you write a song?" And I was like, "I can't write a song."
Mhm.
Cause like I said, I was rapping since I was like 7 years old, but
Mhm.
I would just freestyle and stuff for fun. I
Mhm.
never took it serious, and I took like a long break. But when that happened, my brother's biggest pet peeve with us was never say you can't. Like he'd smack us every
Mm.
time we said it because he
Is
never
is
wanted
he the
us.
one that's 7 years older than you?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
my older brother.
Yeah.
He never wanted us to not believe in ourselves. Like
Mhm.
he wanted us to have confidence in everything. And he was like, "Come on, dude, just try." And I wrote this song. It's titled "I Love You, Mom," about my mom overdosing and how I wanted her to quit
Mhm.
using. And I ended up posting it and the feedback I got from it was crazy. Like it got like 2,000 views, which was a lot. Like that was a lot at the
Yeah, I
time.
mean, that's a
And
lot.
I was a
It's still a
kid. Yeah.
lot.
And so I was like, "Whoa, like all these
Is this a
people."
written song or you actually sung you rapped it?
I rapped
Oh,
it.
you rapped it,
Yeah,
okay.
I rapped it.
You wrote it and rapped it on a
Yeah,
video.
I took like a little video where I'm just playing the instrumental out loud and I was
Okay.
rapping it because
Okay.
I've never stepped foot in a studio at this point. And I got a lot of good feedback from it, and there was people on there that like was saying it helped them, and
Mhm.
like even kids my age
Yeah.
were like, "I don't feel alone anymore." And that's what made me realize like, okay, this is something I want to do. I
Mhm.
never truly believed in myself though until I was probably 15
Mhm.
is when I started like thinking I could really do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started writing songs after that. And the reason I say I'm grateful for my mom overdosing is because now I have 4 albums and I've
Mhm.
done a bunch of shows,
Yeah.
and I've had people reach out to me personally and say like certain songs have helped them. Like I have a song called "The Little Boy That Could," and it's basically about my upbringing and stuff.
Mhm.
And I had an 8-year-old boy reach out to me and
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know, thanks to your song, I don't feel alone anymore."
Yeah. Because you got to
And
understand, there's a lot of people like you, bro.
right, yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah, and when I was younger, I was thinking like
You're the only
I'm the
one.
only one in
Yeah.
it. Like when you go through stuff, you don't really think of people going through the same thing,
Yeah.
or you definitely don't really think about people having it worse. Like it's really
Yeah.
hard to think about it.
Yeah. You think your stuff is the worst ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like one of my friends today was telling me he had like some money issues. And I was like, bro, it's okay. Don't worry. I'm about to, I was like, I might be getting deported. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
We all got major problems. And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, you're right. So we just talked about it, just hug each
Yeah.
other. And like, we also like the way that we've been doing it, just kind of like pray with each other, help each other, give each other like encouraging words. That's kind of
Yeah.
what we've been doing. Just me and my little group of people,
Yeah.
friends, the people that I do the other podcasts with.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
try to encourage each other and help each other. So, but you said earlier that you still never had the confidence to think. We were saying something and we started talking about a bunch of different stuff,
Yeah.
but you didn't have the confidence to think that you could actually be a rapper from here, from Toledo.
Right, yeah.
And then, but what made you think, man, I can really maybe, is it that them videos you started doing that and then you started?
I want to say it was when the 8-year-old boy reached out to me.
Uh,
And because since after my first song, my main goal with music has always been to help people.
mm,
Like, when I first started, it was just a coping mechanism. But once I saw it was helping people,
yeah,
that's what I wanted to do.
yeah.
Like, I do have songs where I'm flexing,
Yeah,
and
yeah, of course.
just flexing, I can rap and stuff like
This
that.
last one is like I'm
Yeah.
from. Was it?
Your
Your last.
I'm from the mud.
I'm from the
song.
mud. Is
Yeah,
a bitch or something?
yeah, bitch, I'm from the
Yeah.
mud. But even in
It's
that,
fire though.
I appreciate it. Even
Yeah.
that song though, like I made that song because there's a lot of people. So I had a song go viral
Mhm.
about gun violence in Toledo called "Home Ain't Home." It got like 30,000 views in 2 days,
Mhm.
and that was actually a song that was a few years old, but uh, over this 4th of July weekend that we
Yeah.
just had, when all those shootings happened,
Yeah.
I re-uploaded it because I was like, people need to hear this,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
because it's like some of the lyrics that I say in it is, I just watched the news. What can we do to teach the youth that you ain't a man just for clutching tools? Like, stop, don't shoot. That's an obstacle that we gotta move. So I gotta do what Pac would do, and I just gotta prove that the truth is violence is not the answer. I can't sit and watch as my people are their own cancer. I
Mm.
guess I'll wear the cape and save the day like Superman, or maybe I can make the city strong again. It's Bruce Banner. So
Mm.
it's like
Yeah, that's fire.
that's the angle I was going with that
Yeah.
song. So I was like, people need to hear this. Like I think we had what, 11 shootings over
Yeah,
4th
yeah,
of
yeah.
July weekend, something like
Yeah,
that.
a bunch of killings.
Yeah, so I re-uploaded it and it went viral. And there was one person that shared it. And I usually don't pay attention to trolls and
Mhm.
haters and stuff. But this person really hurt me because well, they irritated me more than hurt me.
Yeah.
Because they said all you have to do, um, all you have to do to be successful in Toledo is be white. And that,
Yeah.
with the experiences that I had, the
Mhm.
first thing I thought was, it makes it harder
Yeah, yeah.
for me.
Of course.
Like, it was harder for me to make it in Toledo because I was white. And like, I may be white, but I'm not your typical, I don't come from your typical white family.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have neither one of my parents. Both of my parents were drug addicts.
Yeah, yeah.
And even when I did have my mom, she was in
wasn't.
an abusive relationship and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like I don't come from like money or nothing.
Yeah,
So
you're
when that
not.
person said that, like I was like, it kind of
Like,
made
what
me
the
feel some
fuck?
type of way.
Yeah,
And
you're like, what the fuck? Like I've struggled like most, like, cause like the thing is the rap industry is mostly
predominantly black.
black
Yeah.
people. So you had to find a way in there.
Right,
So
yeah.
people don't understand how hard it is for you to get them doors to open
Yeah.
for that Magic Juan or whoever
Right.
to even give you a chance. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
It's not going to be easy. You're going to be the rare one that
Right.
let in the door.
Right, yeah.
And even that, even when they let you in the door, they're gonna be watching you and make sure you're doing the things. And then you make
Right.
that one wrong move, they'll be like, "Hey, you get the hell out of here."
Right, yeah.
So it takes a lot for you to get to where you're from.
Yeah, and another thing is that song went viral like a few months ago.
Mhm.
So in my head, I was like, I've been doing this since I was 13.
Yeah.
And one out of, I probably have like, I know I have over 100 videos on my YouTube.
Mhm.
So you're telling me the reason it went viral
Yeah.
is because I'm white, but one out of 100
yeah.
went viral.
Yeah, yeah.
So that irritated me, but also I made the "Bitch I'm from the Mud" song because, like I was talking about earlier, a lot of people assume white people are soft.
Mhm.
So like even with like rap beefs I've gotten into or whatever,
Mhm.
like people, there's a lot of people they have this perception of me
Mhm.
that isn't me. Like yes, I'm white, but basically, "Bitch I'm from the Mud" was me saying like, don't forget I'm still from here.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're not gonna walk all over me
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you think you're going
I'm
to.
from Toledo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's also to tell the people from that think you're from Oregon, like, no, I'm from the mud? Is it a little bit of that too, or no?
No, because like I've always claimed Toledo. So I've never, the only people that have ever like said anything about me claiming Toledo is people
Yeah.
from Oregon. They're like, they want me to claim
Yeah, they're
Oregon
like-
because they're like, oh, he's a rapper, and there's
Yeah.
no rappers coming out
Oh
of
yeah,
Oregon.
yeah.
So
They're
usually,
like, bro, claim us,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, and I'm like, you guys didn't
Okay.
make me.
Yeah, yeah.
So people from Toledo have never really said anything about.
Of course, because people don't understand, if you're gonna be rapping, if you rapped all about just your Oregon experience, your raps would be kind of lame.
Yeah.
If you rapped about the stuff that made
That
you
made me-
prize,
Yeah.
the one that all the nitty and gritty,
Yeah.
the things that you're telling me about, that's what's gonna get you.
Right.
The raps,
Yeah.
that I mean, you've lived through that.
Right.
You can't say, "Oh yeah, I'm finally in Oregon." What kind of rap is that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Even though you still struggled in Oregon,
Right, yeah.
But like rapping about your surroundings, you can't
Yeah.
really like everybody. I can just imagine you going into school, acting a little like, with your swag, and
Yeah.
you're like, "What's up? What you looking at?" Like, "Hey guy, how you doing?"
Right,
all
yeah.
proper and stuff. Like, no, we're not like that over here. And you're like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like, you guys are different.
Yeah, it was weird because going to Oregon to talk about that some more. The reason I say it was a culture shock because another thing is kids in Oregon, they talk a lot. They don't
Mhm.
fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Where I was from, it was complete opposite.
You fight.
We're gonna punch you before we talk. We're not even gonna say a word.
Yeah.
If you say something that's disrespectful, the next word is
A fight.
like we're swinging.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was weird to go to Oregon because people were looking at me like I was ghetto because I was sticking up for myself. And it's because those kids don't. They just let people
That's-
talk
yeah.
and they think like it's funny. Like kids would make fun of my shoes and stuff because we like even at my grandma's we always had food and our bills were paid, but we didn't have a bunch of extra money.
Yeah,
like my
yeah.
grandma took in 5 kids.
Yeah, yeah.
And we lived that's another thing. We lived in a 2-bedroom house that was originally a summer cottage. So it was like 7 people, including my grandma and my papa, in a 2-bedroom house with broken windows and stuff like that. So we were in Oregon, but like people would make fun of our house in
Yeah,
Oregon because we were like that one house in Oregon that was like ran down and stuff. And the neighborhood I lived in isn't like I mean, if you go down the street some, it's like straight rich people.
Yeah, yeah.
But then if you go like where I was at, it's like lower and middle class.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
more
like
like
super rich.
sometimes you see that like on the border of the between the
Yeah.
east side and Oregon.
Yeah.
You have the couple houses. They're in Oregon, but
Right.
they're still kind of like
Yeah.
you can see the siding dingling off and
Right.
stuff. So yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you mean.
Yeah. But so it was weird when I realized like which I never changed because like I said, I was always Toledo made me who I am.
Hmm.
But it just made me it like opened my eyes to like different stuff. Like even in high school, once I got to high school, like there was kids that they were driving at 15 and a half, 16,
Hmm.
and like their parents bought their car.
Yeah.
I had to buy my car.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if my grandma could have afforded it, she 100%
course.
would have, but she couldn't. So, and another thing is she wanted to teach us independence. She never wanted to just give us everything
Hmm.
because she knew that wouldn't get us anywhere
Yeah.
basically. But so that was weird, but yeah, it it was weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Like growing up is always like so many struggles, like my whole life, and same thing with you. But if you didn't have any of that prize, you wouldn't be the
I
prize
wouldn't
you
be
are
who I
now.
am.
You wouldn't be. So every little thing happened exactly how it had to happen for you to become the person you are. You're
Right.
only 21, so you got so much more life to go, and you're gonna have your ups and your downs. You got to make sure you learn from every down, and when you're up, make sure you stay humble and see, like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, don't get too up.
Right.
Because when you
Yeah.
get too up, you get blinded, you know?
Yeah.
You worry too much about the money and the thing. So always stay humble and always
Because I'm more lyrical with my stuff. I don't talk about selling drugs, shooting guns.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't talk about stuff like that. So
Did you ever do that kind of stuff?
No,
Okay,
that's
so
why.
that's why you don't
That's
talk
why
about
I
it.
don't talk about
That's
it.
good. That's good.
But there's a lot of people, a lot of artists.
yeah.
They talk about it.
They
and
never
they've
did it either.
Like I tell people all the time, bro. Like people that are actually from the hood
Hmm.
don't want to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
if you ever see someone bragging about being from the hood, I guarantee you they're not from there. I
Mhm.
guarantee you.
Yeah, they're or they never did any of that. They might be
Right. They might live in the
live in
neighborhood,
yeah,
but
but they've
they
never
was on the
did.
porch.
They've never
Like
did
they
anything about
yeah.
that. They're talking about
Yeah.
shooting all their guns and all that.
Right.
You're like,
Yeah.
the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so tell me a little bit about your journey, your music journey.
Yeah. So like I said, the first song I made was about my mom overdosing, and that kind of jump started everything. But then honestly, like meeting people helps a lot. Like Magic Jaun, for example.
Mhm.
I met him when I was 15. I already had like a bunch of music out at that point, just
Mhm.
recording with multiple people. But when I met him, he got my music on like Apple Music, Spotify. He taught me what DistroKid was.
Mhm.
Like I knew what it was because a lot of the rappers I followed used it, but I
Mhm.
didn't know how to set it up. And he sat me down and was like, "Here, I'll help you." And I put my first album on there titled "I'm Fine," which to this day that's still like probably the most important music that I've ever written.
Mhm.
Just because so my mom overdosed when I was 13, and
Mm.
then my papa passed before that, but fast track to 2020 COVID year.
Mhm.
One, it was COVID was terrible. Like I couldn't stand doing school online and stuff.
Mhm.
But so September of 2020, um, let me see. September of 2020, I like went through my first like breakup. Like I got my first heartbreak
Mhm.
basically. Like it was a girl that took my virginity and
Mhm.
stuff. And then November of 2020, my mom gets out of jail and my grandma is like, "Your mom doesn't have anywhere to go." Like, and at this time I didn't talk to my mom. Like I
Mhm.
was still super angry. And she was like, "She don't have nowhere to go. Like, would you guys be willing to let her stay here until she can get her own place and stuff?"
Mhm.
And I wanted to say no, to be completely honest, but I understood it was still my grandma's daughter, and I
Mhm.
didn't want her worrying because my grandma has my so after my papa passed and stuff, my grandma's brother passed a few months later,
Mhm.
and she ended up needing a quadruple bypass surgery and getting forced to retire and
Mhm.
all types of stuff. So I knew she couldn't handle the stress of
Yeah.
my mom being homeless. So I was like, yeah, and so that was November, and I didn't talk to my mom like for a while when she first moved in. Like
Mhm.
she tried giving me a hug, I like pushed her off. Like I did not want to talk to her,
Mhm.
but no. So September of 2020, I went through my first heartbreak. November, um, my mom gets out of jail and has to move in with us, and I was
Mhm.
very angry. Then December of 2020, my brother passes away due to a motorcycle
Your
accident.
older
Not
brother?
not so my older brother, but not the one I've been
Oh.
talking about. My brother Daniel, he's not blood, but he grew up with my
Yeah,
older
yeah. Oh, the
brother.
one that's on your page says
Yeah,
rest in peace,
Daniel.
Daniel.
Yeah. He I actually I'll show the camera.
Mhm.
I got this on my arm for him.
Okay.
And he grew up with my older brother since preschool.
Mhm.
So he was my brother
So he was
growing
like
up.
your brother.
Yeah, and but he passed away in December of 2020, not even a mile down the street from my house.
An accident?
Like yeah,
Oh.
motorcycle accident.
Mm.
And so that was three things like back to back to back
Mhm.
that just like added up, and ended up being super depressed. There was even times where I had like suicidal thoughts. Like
Mhm.
it was just too much to
Yeah,
handle.
and it was around COVID, so it was a lot of
Yeah, it
other
was
shit too.
like COVID, my mom
Man,
getting
the
out, my
mat,
first
all that
heartbreak,
shit.
like it was bad. And so basically I brought that up because that's what inspired my album called I'm Fine.
Mhm.
That's when I really started like looking back on my childhood and being like, okay, why am I the way I am? And like I have songs on there about the breakup and stuff.
Mhm.
And the reason I called it I'm Fine is because like that's how I've always been. Like I've never been the type to walk around and complain about my
Mhm.
childhood or nothing. Like
Yep.
if someone asks you, "Hey, how you doing?" I'll be like, "I'm
I'm
fine."
fine.
And that's usually what like 80% of depressed people, that's their go-to,
Yep.
is saying I'm fine. So that was my first album, and Magic helped me get that on all platforms. And then from there, I just kept me and my little brother shot my music videos and I would edit them,
Mhm.
and I just kept grinding and stuff. And shows how shows got started
Mhm.
um was Magic was throwing a show at the East Side Cantina with
Mhm.
Dave,
Yeah.
St.
Saint
Dave.
Dave, yep.
Yep. And
Shout out to Saint Dave.
yeah, shout out to him
Mm.
cuz that was actually my very first show. And he so I reached out to them, and I never performed,
Mhm.
but I I was interested in performing.
Mhm.
And they put me on the show, and that was like super cool. Like
Did you
I
practice like before, like what you're gonna do and
yeah,
everything? Okay.
before that, that wasn't
Or
my
even in the studio, do you when you're rapping the song in the studio, do
yeah.
you like practice or no? Or you're
Um
just standing
I mean,
there?
I turn up a little
Okay.
bit depending on the song, like um
But you also have to
but
stay in the
you have
mic.
to stay in front of the mic, so you can't jump around too much.
Yeah.
And but that was my first show. And then I ended up meeting like a few local promoters like T Jax. He used to he has a group called OIC.
Yeah, he's been on here.
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah. So shout out to T
Yeah,
Jax.
TJ. Shout out to my boy
He was
TJ.
one of the first people that booked me for a show. And another one is Teddy Loud. He was
Um,
he has Loudface Music Group, and he's a rapper as well.
mm,
And he also booked me for one of my first shows in Toledo. So basically just like meeting people and networking and stuff. And then also I after high school I went to Owens for music business technology.
oh.
And that helped me a lot because I already knew like a lot of the like technical side kind of,
Mhm.
but I didn't know anything about like the business side.
Mhm.
So I took classes and learned how to mix and master and make beats and stuff like that. But I also learned how to read contracts and I learned copyright laws, like what you
Mhm.
can and can't do with music. Um, I learned proper etiquette for shows. So like one of the biggest things they always told us is don't pay to play because it really like it hurts the artist in the long run because
Mhm.
when promoters say, and none of the promoters I've ever worked with have done this.
Mhm.
If you ever see me on a show, know that the promoter's business was right.
Mhm.
But there's a lot of promoters in Toledo and everywhere
Mhm.
where they'll say like they'll either charge you to perform and then they'll still keep the tickets,
Mhm.
like any tickets you sell they get to, or they'll say it's a free show but I keep all ticket sales.
Mhm.
And really it's backwards because why would I why would you book me to perform to make you money when I'm making no money?
Nothing. Yeah.
Like they bring a lot of shows you see in Toledo will have like 25, 30 artists
Yeah, yeah.
and it's because the more artists the more money they make.
Or they'll say something like to them like, "Hey, you can be on the show, but you got to bring 10 tickets or you got to sell
Yeah.
10." They'll
Yeah.
give them 10 tickets and be like, "You sell 10 tickets, I'll let you perform on the show."
Right, yeah, which that like one thing I like understand is like yes, artists can't demand being payment or demand payment unless
Mhm.
they sell tickets.
Yeah.
Cuz like you can be the dopest rapper or singer in the world, but if like business is about relationships.
Mhm.
So if it's not equal on both sides, like if you're not both benefiting from it,
Yeah.
then it
What's the
doesn't make
point?
sense.
Yeah.
So I always like I agree with promoters saying um like you can make money off your ticket sales.
Mhm.
I agree with that because you should be promoting the show and unfortunately with a lot of artists the only way they will like put footwork in and promote the show
Mhm.
is if they have to sell tickets.
Yeah, yeah.
And even then some artists don't even
Don't even
try
do
to
it.
sell tickets
Yeah.
cuz there's a lot of artists that music is more of a hobby for them and not a career.
Mhm.
Me, music is a career. Like I have no plan B.
Mm.
Music is what I'm doing. Like
Okay.
I'm dead set. Like I went to
And,
college for it and
yeah, and you
everything. Like
make money like learning everything from college and stuff.
right.
Do you make money or is this just all for free? Everything you do for free?
I
I just want to know because I don't know
right.
exactly how it
Yeah,
is.
I make money
Yeah.
most of the time.
Mhm.
Like I try to be fair because I'm still a growing artist and stuff, but at the end of the day I have to be compensated for my time.
Yeah, for sure.
And when I do shows, I bring people.
Okay.
Like my very first show, I had like 35 people
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It was my first show and I brought more people there than any other artist that was performing.
That's good.
Like
So that's good
so
because you bring the tickets, you bring the
right,
people to come
yeah.
in. So
Yeah,
you
so
deserve to get a part of it
right,
because if you're gonna bring whatever 30, 40, 50 people,
right,
that's whatever amount of
right,
tickets
yeah.
you should at least get a cut of some of
Right,
those tickets.
35 people at $10 a piece is
Yeah, yeah,
$350.
yeah. You should get a cut
So I
of
should
that.
get at least a percentage.
Yes.
And I do understand promoters do have to pay the venue and hire the DJ and stuff like that, but like the artists need paid too.
Yeah, because without the artist, there's no show.
There's no show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's backwards, but yeah, so for shows just meeting people and
Yeah.
I don't have a manager or nothing. So I've
Okay.
always did everything myself.
So you do everything yourself.
Yeah.
Does your brother still help you make your videos and stuff?
No, I have a tripod now.
So you basically
And
make your own videos?
yeah, and I mean, it depends on the video. If it has to be like a moving shot,
Mhm.
then I'll have him help sometimes, but most of my videos I do a lot of mic hang videos. I shoot all of those
Mhm.
myself. It's me, my tripod, and my phone.
Yep.
And I have a lighting kit. that so I can light it, and that microphone's mine. I keep it
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in my car. So
Yeah, that's fire.
yeah,
You can
and
just do it anywhere if you really wanted to.
yeah, I just pop it up, and same with my lighting kit. I have a little case that I carry everything
Is
in.
that the microphone that just falls from the
Yeah.
sky and then okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are cool.
So
Like mic shots or whatever.
yep. Yeah, I do a lot of those, and then even some videos where it's like an actual music video. A lot of scenes you can get with just a tripod
Yeah.
and stuff. And the way phones are now, like you can do everything on your phone.
I do my whole podcast on my
Yeah.
phone.
Um, so yeah, I've never had a manager since I started. So just learning from experience, a lot of it, and then also getting game from people like Magic and stuff like that. But a lot of the stuff I learned by myself and by taking the time to go to college and learn it. Like I never had a manager to book shows for me or stuff. And luckily I did go to college because there has been promoters that have reached out and they try to say like one promoter, it was terrible. I don't even know like what made him think I was gonna go for this, but he said I had to pay up front and he kept all ticket sales. I was like, no, like that's not happening. But
Yeah.
the sad thing is, he told me, he was like, because basically I told him, I think I told him like, because there was a slot fee because I was opening up for someone, and it wasn't Brian Durst for anyone watching this. It was someone else that was associated with another show. And I understood there being a slot fee because I'm opening up for a known artist. There's always a slot fee. But I told him I'll sell tickets. And once my slot is covered with tickets, everything else I keep. And he was saying he would keep all of it. And then he called me on the phone and he was like, there's other artists that I keep all their ticket sales and they pay me up front. And I'm letting you sell tickets, so you should be happy. And I said, with all due respect, I'm not those artists. And the sad thing is, a lot of artists just don't know. So like, I don't knock those artists because they don't know. With me, I went to college and stuff, so I got to learn about it.
So when the promoters talk to you and you tell them, well, look, I went to college, I know, how does their demeanor change?
Yeah, it always changes. Like even with him, like once I told him, because I told him like right when he said, because the question I asked was, after I cover my slot, do I keep the tickets or do you, or the ticket sales or do you? And he said, no, I keep those too. And I said, with all due respect, I studied music business in college. There's no way I'm going for that. And then he called me on the phone and we ended up working something out. And I ended up doing the show.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because he ended up, once I told him that, he's like, oh, okay, he knows a few things.
Why I wonder, I'm just wondering in my brain, why did you say this ain't Brian Durst? Like,
because
he's like a local promoter.
He's a promoter, and he's the one. Brian Durst does all the shows.
I've seen him a lot in Fostoria. I follow him on Facebook.
Yeah, the reason I said that is because I've done a lot of shows with him.
Okay.
And he's the only one around this area that books like bigger names.
Yeah.
And the promoter I'm talking about, it used to be his partner.
Okay.
But once I texted Brian and told him like, look, this is what your partner's doing, he got rid of him because he was like, dude, why are you trying to rip off artists? Because Brian's an artist himself.
Yeah.
So he was like, that's wrong. And Brian is the reason I ended up doing the show anyways, because he was like, no, dude, we're not doing that. He was like, we can do what you're saying. Like, he was like, he's tripping.
So Brian is a good promoter. Like you recommend him to some of the other, even though he has a bigger name, so you might have to pay to get in that slot. But then sometimes we have to pay to get some eyes on us.
Right. Yep.
Us, especially when we're small, like a small artist.
Yeah.
Like at first when I had this podcast, I gave away a few things to get my first 100, subscribers. I gave away like some tickets and some because like sometimes we have to invest in ourselves, and then once we get the fan base, then we can But
Right.
like you said, you're to the point where you can bring in some tickets.
Right.
It's a different
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like the beginners, they might have to pay to
Right.
get into to
Yep.
get some eyes on them.
Yeah.
And that's probably what Brian sometimes, he has to do that
Yeah.
to
He
make money
books.
too.
Yeah. He books like known artists. Like he had T Grizzly.
Yeah, I
He
know. I
had
seen that.
Montana of 300. He's had I think he has Rio the Young OG coming
Yeah.
up. Like he books big artists.
He
so-
was supposed to be on my show, and then we had the date and everything, and
Oh,
then
okay.
something happened. He
Oh,
canceled.
okay.
him.
Yeah, he's one thing I'll say about Brian, he's like his schedule is so packed. Like
Yeah,
he does a lot.
He canceled on me, but it wasn't like last. It was
Right.
like
It was he's very professional.
Yep, he told me like way ahead of time, like,
Yep.
"Hey, Yogi, I'm not gonna be able to make it," and it was all smooth.
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right," so I just had found somebody else to take a spot. So yeah, I never had no bad experience, and I always see like his cool shows.
Yeah, he does a lot of shows up in Fostoria and stuff.
The 18
And
venue
Cary.
18.
Yep, Venue 18 is where he does most of his stuff, and he also just started doing shows at Cary Brewing Station in Cary, Ohio, which is like right outside of Fostoria. And those shows have been sold out every time he does it. So
Dang.
he's doing his thing. So
Yeah.
shout out to Brian.
Shout out to Brian.
Yeah. So
All right,
I
so
think
keep going. Where are we at?
all right. So I've talked about so shows. I explained that.
Promoting.
So yeah, basically to sum it all up, like how I got to where I am, definitely from the help of people, but honestly just like hard work and like perseverance, honestly, because music is not easy. Like a lot of people, for example, one thing people will say to artists or really entrepreneurs in general is like, get a real job. But they don't, like, in my opinion, it's harder to be an entrepreneur. Like once you're established and stuff, it's easier, and music is my passion. So it doesn't feel like work all the time, but sometimes like it feels like work.
Yes,
like
sir.
the marketing side of things is one thing that I can't stand with music. Like it's especially today because music is so oversaturated that like you have to post every day for you to gain any traction.
Yeah.
So like, and I do everything myself.
So it's
like,
hard.
so it's all my money for studio time and stuff. And I shoot all my own videos. And I have a full-time job still.
Oh,
because
you do?
yeah, because I don't like I haven't made enough from music to just make it my
music. You want it to be your whole life, but you just haven't got to that point.
Right,
yet.
yeah. And like I'm grateful to be where I am with it. Like I have 4 albums, a bunch of singles, I've done a bunch of shows. I had 1 merch drop, but I made the mistake of not doing pre-orders, and I got like 40 orders in one day. And it ended up not going how I wanted it to, but eventually I will launch my merch again. Like I design all my own stuff, so
it was just too much at one.
Yeah. I mean, I got most of the orders done, but when I did that, I was a full-time college student. I had a full-time job, and I was doing 4 shows a month. And I make my merch myself.
So you had to like.
So I was pressing every shirt.
And you're like, I can't rap and do the shirts.
So I ended up having to refund some people, but I will launch it again. So I'm grateful for where I am, but at the same time, like I'm still just starting. Like I don't want people to ever feel like I have it all figured out, because I learn every day. Like, and like I said, I still work a full-time job. So
what do you do for a living?
I work at FedEx.
Okay, I used to work there.
Really? Yeah. It ain't bad.
What do you do? What part?
I load the trailers.
I was an unloader.
Oh, okay. See,
so that's easy.
I worked over there one time, and I personally didn't like it. Like it was easy.
All you're doing is tearing down the walls.
I know, but that's why I didn't like it, because it was so easy. I felt like a robot.
But you build the walls?
Yeah, I build them, and usually they have me on the ICs. so which are like the heavy
Yeah,
boxes
yeah,
that
yeah.
can't go on the belt.
The
So
big ones.
yeah, so I'm usually lifting those and stuff. And like I said, music is what I would love to just make
Yeah,
music
dude, you working them hot
and that,
ass.
yeah, like
Dude, it'd be
but
like 100 in there
yeah, it's
or more.
bad, bro. But I also just had a daughter 2 months ago. Thank
Congratulations.
you. And so at the end of the day, I still have to provide. And
And you got to understand, brother, you're only 21.
yeah,
When I was 21, I worked at FedEx. When
okay,
I was in
yeah,
my 20s, I was like 19 or 20, something
okay,
like
yeah,
that. So, man, I've had so many different things. I've done so many
yeah.
different things. And eventually, everything's going to click. You just got to keep grinding.
And made me realize like how many people don't know what I've been through, because I don't talk about it. So it's partially my fault.
Yeah.
But I don't. The reason I don't is because I don't want people to feel bad for me, because I've never felt bad for myself.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. And then another thing is like I was telling you earlier, like how people think they can walk all over me
Mm-hmm.
because they have this idea of me that isn't me.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I was walking around and like claiming the North End and stuff like that, people wouldn't act how they act towards me, because they'd be like, "Oh, he's from the hood, like he
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
one of them." But since I carry myself well and I'm not all thugged out like gangbanger and stuff, they automatically assume I'm soft, and it's sad that you like it's like that. But
Yeah,
that's why I
yeah.
wanted to do this podcast, because I
Yeah.
was like, people need to know my story. Like it'll make people respect me more, and it'll help people that went through the same thing, because
Absolutely.
I know there's people that can relate, and I know there's people that had it worse. So
Yep. There's young kids right now all over Toledo, all
yeah,
over. They're in the same shoes
same
you.
shoes.
And then there's grown adults. There's grown adults that are your age, or even 40, 50,
Right.
but they went through your youth and they still hold it in.
Yeah.
They maybe they've never talked to a therapist, or they've never talked to, whatever podcast or whatever
Right.
we got going
Yep.
on. So I just wanted to talk. Did you want to talk a little bit more about that? I might add all this on the podcast, because
Okay.
that's I think it's important to tell our story, to let
Yeah.
people know, because the story, people see you online, but they don't know the story. They're just like keep scrolling.
Right. Yeah.
But once they get to know your story, they get to meet you, the meat and the potatoes, the stuff about your mom, the stuff about your grandma, your traumas, your youth.
Right.
That's what really sells you and sells your story. A lot of people think the least the least they know, the better it is. But no,
No.
if you really want to get to where you want to be, it's not the least you know. Look at
Yeah.
Jelly Roll. Look at Eminem. They rapped
Yeah.
about everything. They've sung about everything. Every single
Yeah.
big time
Tupac.
artist,
Yeah.
they went in on themselves. They told
Yeah.
you the truth.
Yep.
And that's how we can actually meet them. So, Price, if we want to know you, we need you to be on these platforms. And I love the platforms you're on, rapping, and
Yeah.
like the ones like Auntie's House and
Yeah.
what is it,
Spit some.
Spit
Yeah.
something. I love those platforms because I listen to your music,
Yeah.
but also these are good too, because we get to meet the person,
Right.
and you're opening up and you're telling me things that you've probably never told that many people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I love this. I love that you're opening up, because some people will get on here and just tell me a bunch of lies and hide a bunch of
Right.
stuff. Then you're being honest and open, and you're telling me things that are like, you said, like a girl's jumped you. Like most
Yeah.
people they'll have too much like
Pride.
pride,
Too
or
much pride.
they'll never say that. They'll change. They'll say 3 boys jumped me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
No, it was girls.
yeah, so brother, I commend you for opening up to me and to showing me who you truly are, man. Because this is how you're gonna go. You're gonna jump to the next level. I'm not saying because of this podcast. I'm just
Right.
saying because you are gonna open up to people and let people know your story. And your
Right.
story's not just some bullshit.
Yeah.
You really have a story, you know what I'm saying? And your story is going to propel you. Your story will propel you to the next level. Not me, not this podcast, anything. I'm talking about you be able to
Right.
open up. And I know it's hard to just get on your Facebook and just tell your
Right, yeah.
story to every day, because
Yeah.
you're trying to promote your music, trying to promote all this.
Yeah.
So it's like, how many things am I going to do in one day, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to let you know I commend you and I respect you, and thank you so much for letting me sit down with you, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so tell me a little bit about how you even got in touch with, which one was first, Spin Something or Auntie's House?
Um,
You
Spit
did 2
Some.
on both of them, right?
Yes.
You did 2 on
Yeah,
both of
actually,
them.
now that I think about it, Spit Some was first, I believe. And the reason that I wanted to do that was because the name itself kind of drew me in
Mhm.
because I'm more of a lyrical rapper. I mean, I'm versatile though. I have like I have a R&B album. I
Mhm.
have melodic rap. I have boom bap, which is like 90s rap.
Mhm.
And then I have like super lyrical stuff. And I've always gravitated towards music with meaning and substance. I don't really do the whole like guns, drugs, and women. Like
Mhm.
it gets repetitive, and two, I may have grew up around like guns and shootings and drugs and stuff, but
Mhm.
I myself, by the grace of God, I never went down that path.
Mhm.
And I've never shot nobody. I've never
Yeah.
walked around with a gun like, oh, look at me. I've never sold drugs.
Mhm.
And the reason I didn't is because I lived it every
Yeah.
day. Like I saw what it did to people. So I don't even smoke or drink. Like I don't smoke weed or I don't drink alcohol.
Wow, you
Like
don't?
no, just
Wow.
because like I don't want to ever risk going down the same path my parents went down.
Yeah.
And the reason I don't talk about it is because why would I promote something that I've seen kill people?
Mhm.
Like I personally I don't feel comfortable promoting it.
Yeah, yeah.
But so when I saw Spit Some, I was like, "Oh, this is for rappers. Like
Mhm.
you got to go on here and rap."
Mhm.
So I hit Slyin up, and I was actually one of the first people to ever do it. Like
Okay.
he was just getting started when I went on there. Now he's starting to do really good, which is
Mhm.
dope.
Yeah.
But the first time I went on there, I was like, I want to say one of 5 people that went on there.
Wow,
Like
that's
I was the
dope.
first person or one of the first people.
Yeah.
And so I think he was first. And then I've known what Auntie House was for a while,
Mhm.
just because like Auntie House has been big in Toledo for
Mhm.
like a few years at least.
Yeah.
And I went on there because like a lot of a lot of artists that people respect and stuff go on
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
And so I went on there, and both of those was just me reaching out to him like, "Hey, I
Mhm.
want to come on," and we talked. And
Mhm. And they're both from Toledo?
yeah.
Both are
Yeah,
Toledo?
yeah, Auntie House is
Eh,
Polyflex
yeah, yeah.
is who runs that. And then Spit Some is his videographer name is Sly and Roll That Film.
Mm.
And they're both from
From
Toledo, which is
Toledo.
also a reason I wanted to go on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Especially Spit Some, because when I went on there, like I said, it was just starting. Like
Mhm.
it wasn't where it is now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
now he's starting to gain traction.
You just went on again like the other day, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I went on again, and the song I went on there again because I dropped a song called World War T, and that's basically me addressing like all the, because I noticed a lot of animosity towards me, like secret animosity
Mhm.
though. And I just addressed everything, and I wanted to go on Spit Some because like one, I'm rapping, like rapping, and two, it gave me a platform that I knew people for sure would
Mhm.
watch.
Mhm.
So I went on there, and I went on Auntie House again recently
Yeah.
with another song because it was more, it's the bitch I'm from the mud song,
Mhm.
and that I knew Toledo would
Yeah, yeah.
like that
Yeah,
song
yeah.
because like we're all
Yeah,
from
and
the
they both
mud.
did really
Like
good. Both of those
yeah,
videos got a
yeah,
lot of views.
my Auntie House just dropped like a few days ago, and
Yeah.
it's last time I looked, it was at 8,000 views.
Well,
And then my Spit Some, I haven't checked his page, but on my page, it got 4,000 views,
mhm.
and that was in like 2 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, they both did really good, and they're both dope platforms
Yeah,
for
yeah.
artists to go on.
Yeah, it's fire. I commend them both. I feel like my podcast is a whole different thing. So to me,
Yeah,
it's just like I have to support all of them because when I started this, it was Big Yogi's Garage, and I wanted more. I was like, God, I wish more people would do stuff like this. So when those things pop up, yes, I have like a little like I want to support them, and I want them to keep going. But yes, I wanna have good numbers. Yes, I have like a little secret competition, but it's a whole different.
It's friendly competition.
Yeah, it's like it makes me try to level up my podcast.
Yeah,
I know, but their things, those are rapping, those are spit something, those are Auntie's House, and I watch Pauly. Is it Pauly?
Pauly Flex.
Is that Flex? I thought what's the dude that says "Hey baby"? That's not him.
No.
Oh, that's a whole different dude.
Pauly Flex is the "You the One Baby."
Yeah.
You
is that
baby.
Okay? Yeah.
That's who did that.
That's who does Auntie's House.
Yeah, that's
I always knew that too.
Yeah,
I'm like, I told somebody there's no Auntie. It's that dude, Pauly, whatever.
Yeah. He's been doing it for a while.
Yeah, and
he's
the place got burnt down and all that.
Yeah, his location in Toledo did catch on fire somehow.
Yeah, some haters probably.
What's crazy is I was actually one of the last artists to do that because when I did Goat Mode on Auntie House, which was last year, I think it was last year, I was like literally one of the last people to be in that building. So it was definitely sad because I like meeting him through doing that. Like he's a real genuine dude. So I was like, dang, he just lost his building. So I was upset.
I want to kind of meet him one day. So I see him like that thing, "You the One Baby."
Yeah.
Doesn't that show you something though by seeing that? Do you?
Yeah. That song inspired me, and on the marketing side.
That's what I'm saying.
Like honestly,
doesn't that show you like if you actually go in on one song for a little bit, it could actually catch.
Yeah, I actually when I went on there again and did that "Bitch I'm from the Mud" song, I told him when I saw him there, I was like, bro, you inspired me, like, because that's one thing that I've never liked about music is the marketing side. Because like I said, in today's industry, you have to post the same stuff over and over and over and over. And it gets repetitive, but there's another artist named Russ, and I know Russ. Yeah, he always tells artists like, don't ever think that everyone has heard your song because they haven't. So you might be posting the same clip, but new people are hearing it. So it's the same to you, but it's new to them. And when he did that "You the One Baby" song, he's been posting that every day
for
and now it's
months.
Like it's literally like
there's other rappers are saying his name and his song in their songs, and he even said, hey, if anybody wants to use my my little verse in their songs, go ahead, it's free for y'all.
Yeah, so he's a super cool
he's
dude.
Changing the game, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Russ and a lot of those guys, he says to make a song he made one song every day for years and years. He said, he says that don't worry about just having that one perfect song. He says right now you can look up 500 Russ songs. He said don't worry about getting 1 million views on this one. Worry about getting 8,000 views on 500 of them.
Right.
That's you know what I mean. He gets way bigger numbers. I'm just throwing some numbers out there.
Yeah, that's like another thing he says is like if you can make, like for example, like if you can make $1 off of 1,000 songs, that's $1,000.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to make $1,000 off of one song, that's like almost impossible because streaming services don't pay artists like nearly.
They only get
like
little pennies or something.
Spotify, for example, is terrible with it. They pay artists less than a penny per stream. Like that's why
it's a percentage of a penny, I think.
Yeah, it's literally like 0.003 is what you get paid per stream.
Yeah.
So to make $1,000 off of one song is hard, but if you have a bunch of songs and you make $1 off of them,
you can actually make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. That's he changed the game too.
Yeah, he
He's
did.
like a pioneer.
Yeah,
And a
he
lot of
is.
people are lately been putting him up as like the new age, like kind of like top guy right now,
Yeah.
because he's not only showing he's open with all he's doing.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
like telling people what to
Yep.
do, helping them.
Yeah.
Is there more stuff that we wanted to talk about on T's house and all that?
I think I summed it up pretty well. Like
Okay.
I hit him up and
Yeah,
we got it set up, and
that's awesome.
they're both dope platforms.
The when we first started, and you said when you were a little kid, you said that you had a hook, like a little hook, and you said it to a bunch of kids at school, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of like what he's doing.
Right.
He has that song. It has that little "You the one, baby, you the one,
Yeah.
baby." So that he's posting all these reels. You the one, baby. But if you took like I'm from the mud, and you did, and you said
Right.
and you went crazy for I'm from the mud, I'm from the mud, I'm from the mud for like a whole month, that
Yeah.
song would be on. Everybody would know
Right,
I'm from the
yep.
mud, bitch. I'm from the mud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it would be dug into their brain.
Yep.
You
And
know,
that's another thing that, like, my girlfriend, she can't stand that "You the One Baby" song.
Oh yeah.
And it's because she heard it so
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
And the
yeah.
one day I was like, I was walking around the house and I just started singing it. And she was like, I don't like that song. I said, I bet you it's in your head though.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah,
Yeah,
it
I guess
is.
that's why she don't like it. It's
Yeah.
like it starts like you the one, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's marketing it so
Yeah.
good, dude.
He's a genius.
He's a
with the
genius
marketing.
with that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fire. And now he's doing like I seen like a truck where he has like a set inside of a truck.
After he lost his building, like, I have a bunch of respect for him because after he lost his building, he ended up getting a truck. And he turned the back of the truck, it's like a U-Haul type truck. He turned that into like a mobile auntie house.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
dope.
can, like, now he can drive
He can
anywhere
go anywhere.
and have people go on.
That's
there
why
and stuff.
sometimes we think everything's devastating, right?
Right.
Sometimes like when the things are going on, we're like, man, what
Yeah.
am I gonna do? I'm sure he lost a lot,
Right.
So God was probably like, I don't know what happened, but maybe, something happened. But guess what? Now he's
Right.
mobile with it. Now he
Right,
can go to
yeah.
Detroit, he can go to Cleveland, he can do whatever. Now he's more free with it.
Right. Yeah.
So and now he got better ideas to promote different things, and now he's actually rapping more. And
right.
so like sometimes we think we're falling to the ground and everything's over, but really it's God is taking us in a whole different
Yeah.
trajectory.
Well,
Do you-
it's like if you look at my life,
Mhm.
I started making music because my mom overdosed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's one of the most traumatizing things a kid could see.
Yep.
But if it didn't happen, I wouldn't be
Right.
sitting here with you, and I wouldn't be who I am today.
Exactly. Yeah. I was gonna ask you, kind of like I always ask for like advice, like some advice for like that little 13-year-old kid that maybe he wants to get into music. What would be some good advice with with your experience? I know you're only 21 and all
Right.
that, but you have experience that no 13-year-old knows.
Right.
So give me a little bit of that for the young man that needs to, that wants to rap or whatever.
My biggest advice is consistency is key.
Mhm.
Like one of my biggest regrets is I took like a little break from music a while ago, and at first I was dropping a video a week,
Mhm.
and then I took like a year break when I got really depressed, and I wrote I'm Fine, the
Mhm.
album, and it was like starting over
Mm.
because there's so many artists that if you're not consistent, like, you're gonna fall off the radar. And another thing is like don't be in your head so much that you don't try,
Mhm.
because the only way you're gonna learn is by doing it. Like, right now, I can go in the studio and there's been songs where I record it all in one take.
Mhm.
Like 80% of my songs I record in one take.
Mhm.
When I first started, it was like I had to record line by line, and that's okay. If you're
Mhm.
first starting, it's okay to do
Yeah.
line by line or do a few lines and you stumble. Like, I still mess up to this day, so don't be so scared to mess up that you don't even try.
Yeah.
Because I always say the only way you can fail is by giving up.
Yeah.
Because if you keep going, eventually it's
Yeah.
gonna pay off. Like, that's just the way the universe works. If you genuinely believe in yourself and you just keep pushing it, like for example, that You the One Baby song, he
Mm.
believed in that song so much
Mhm.
that he posted it every single day, and now everyone knows it. And
Yeah.
there's people dancing to it. There's people
Yeah.
rapping their own verse on it.
Yeah.
Like, consistency is key. It's not gonna be easy.
Mhm.
Like, it is not an easy career to get into, but if it's something you're passionate about, it
Mhm.
is worth it because why would you spend time at a job that you're going to be miserable at for
Mhm.
the rest of your life when you could spend the same amount of time with your passion, and then you can provide for your family or yourself off of something
Mhm.
you're passionate about, and then
Mhm.
it's not work anymore.
Yep.
So, yeah, just consistency is key. It's not going to be easy, but if you're passionate,
Mhm.
go for it. Um, Believe in yourself 100% because there's going to be a lot of people that try to tear you down and tell you, like, there's even been people in my family that,
Mhm.
like, when I told them I wanted to make music, they were like, "What's wrong with you? Like,
Mhm.
that's such a weird thing."
Mhm.
Because originally I wanted to be a veterinary surgeon.
Mhm.
So for me to say that,
Yeah.
and then for me to
You all
tell my
in.
family I want to make music, they were
Yeah.
like,
What the
"What the heck? Like, you're throwing your life away." Like,
Yeah,
that's how they
yeah.
looked at it. But now they see everything I've accomplished,
Mhm.
and they, like, unfortunately, you have to turn people into believers sometimes.
Yep.
So it won't be easy. Believe in yourself and stay consistent,
Mhm.
and you can accomplish anything.
Yeah, that's great advice. That's the same thing with this. I always tell people just start a platform and just keep going. Every
Yep.
week you'll get a couple more subscribers. And the only way it'll fail if you stop posting. If
Yep.
I stop this podcast, then it's gonna stop. But if
Yep.
I just even if my guest cancels and I just put the camera in front of me and do like
Right.
a 30-minute episode by myself, because I've had that happen,
Yeah.
I just keep going. Because sometimes I feel like I don't know if it's on purpose because everyone has their own life. But
Right.
someone cancels on me. To me, it's like it builds up a little fire. Like, oh,
Right.
you think because you canceled, I'm not gonna do my
Right.
podcast? I'll
Yep.
do a podcast about how people cancel on people. I don't
Right.
care. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
Like, no one's gonna stop me. No one should be able to stop you, and no one should be able to stop you. If you really want something, you go get it. Don't let nobody stop you because you have to put that 1,000 hours. And the same thing you said, maybe you got to read word by word, but sometimes I read the Bible on here, and at
Right.
first it was hard because the
Hard.
Bible is hard,
Yeah.
but the more I go, the better I'll read. The more you rap, the better you get.
Better.
You got to put those 1,000 hours in. Those 1,000
Yep.
hours is what refines you and makes you that guy. It makes
Yep.
you that perfect person. Not perfect, none of us will be perfect, but
Right.
it'll help us to be on stage, to be in the booth,
Right.
the battles, all that stuff. Consistent, like you said, consistency. There's another thing that I always ask. This will be my last question for you. It's more of a my podcast, have faith, show love, give hope.
Give hope.
I always I have faith. I show love to my guests by having them on. They tell me their
Mhm.
story, and then according to your life, you know, I'm listening to you and I'm thinking about that kid. I'm thinking about that kid that got sent to his grandma and he's angry and he's like, he doesn't see like what's coming. So give that kid a little bit of hope that one day something can happen. You know what I mean?
I guess what I'll say is it does get easier. Um, it it's gonna be hard right now. Like, it was super hard for me, but if you can take every situation that the universe hands you and find a positive out of it and turn it into a positive, you will always succeed and get out of it. Like, for example, with me, I took everything and turned it into music. but maybe you'll take it and turn it into something you're passionate about and use it as that driving factor.
I appreciate you so much, man. Thank
Yeah.
you, Price.
No problem. Man.
I also, can you tell everybody where they can follow your journey or
Yeah.
your music? Tell me all your social medias, and then I'll put them at the bottom too.
Okay. So I'm Prize on all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music. And that's Prize in all caps, PRIZE. And then my Instagram is the_real_prize, same as my Facebook page and same as my TikTok. And my YouTube is Prize Music in all caps with a space in between.
Okay. And I'll look them up and everything, and I'll put them all in the description, and I'll try to put them all on the video too. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
No problem, man.
Yep. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for giving us your time. We really appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe to his channels. Make sure you listen to his music. He's an awesome artist from Toledo, but he's all around the whole world. People have heard of him everywhere. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit the buttons, comment something, like, subscribe, share, do all that kind of stuff. We appreciate you guys so much. Have faith, show love, give hope, let go, and let God.
She said ASAP, I said no, baby, that's crazy. If you'll play him, you'll play me, that's shady. Hold up, it's amazing the way that I growed up. I just place little pages to go nuts.